All right, hi everybody. This is Kevin from OneClass. Today I'm going to walk you through a couple of economics problems. First, I'll tell you a little bit about me. My name is Kevin. I've got a master's degree in economics, and I also currently work as an economist. This is one of my first run-throughs working with OneClass, so I'm only going to answer a couple of questions today, 3 of them over the next 15 minutes or so. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of read the original answer that the junior tutor has written, and then I'll follow along, hopefully with a drawing or some further explanation, and let you know what the correct answer was. So without further ado, question 1 here reads, when production is very high, but demand is very low, it can lead to, and the potential answers are 1, a recession, 2, a recovery, 3, prosperity, and 4, the peak. As you can see, the correct answer here is 1, a recession. And what our junior tutor has written is that if the aggregate demand in an economy plummets in a time of high output, the economy finds itself pushed into a recessionary period. A recession is a period of low market demand and hence low profitability that compels firms to lay off the variable factors of production and reduce the quantity produced to remain operational. As a consequence, a recession causes high unemployment in the economy. Depleting market profits when the supply is high but the demand is low cause the level of business activity in the economy to slow down and resources to become idle. And I think that's a really great explanation and really covers what we're talking about. I'm just going to add to it a little bit with a simple supply and demand graph. Some people are visual learners, and hopefully this will help them. So as always, on the x-axis, we've got Q for quantity. And on the y-axis, we've got P for price. The supply curve slopes upwards. And the demand curve slopes downwards. And if you can remember, equilibrium can be found at the point where supply is equal to demand. So these lines I've drawn here represent the equilibrium price and the equilibrium quantity. Now, what we have here is a situation where production is very high, but demand is very low. So what that means is that there's more supply than there is demand, or that we have excess supply. So for example, that may mean that there's this level of supply. Now when there's more supply than there is demand, the supply curve is going to cross the demand curve at 2 points. This here is going to be the quantity supplied, and this here is going to be the quantity demanded. And of course, this is the price at the new point. Now, everything in between the quantity supplied and the quantity demanded is going to be our excess supply. And just to add on a little bit to our commentary that I read earlier, with excess supply, we see that firms will reduce their price. So that means they would move from here, where the supply is now. This firm would be incentivized to move down back to the equilibrium and produce Q prime and P prime. In periods of prolonged excess supply, we will have a recession. So there could be low demand because there's been a lot of layoffs, perhaps the housing market has taken a hit, perhaps the financial markets have collapsed as they did in 2008. Or perhaps all of these reasons working together in some capacity are the reasons we have a recession. I find it very helpful to come back to the supply and demand graphs, even as you move further along in economics, because they provide some sort of intuition that you can't always see just reading the question. So verify solution, I will say that the answer is correct. Excellent analysis. And with that, we're going to move on to question 2 here.